The worst ice storm in 30 years to hit this area has kept thousands of people at home today watching the Cotton Bowl game on television. Hello, everybody. I'm Lindsey Nelson with Paul Horning here in Dallas. When Notre Dame was preparing for this game, they figured against a somewhat porous pass defense of Houston, they might ride the strong right arm of Joe Montana.
Well, actually, it'll be a balanced attack. They've got good running in Vegas Ferguson and Jerome Evans, but you're right, Lindsey. That's the key right there. The comeback kid, Joe Montana, who accounted for over 2,000 yards passing and 10 touchdowns. On the other side of the coin, the very quick feet of Houston quarterback Danny Davis. He runs the veer as well as any quarterback who's ever been in that offense. 1,500 yards total offense this year. And actually, I think the question with this slippery field is whether or not Houston will be able to run their veer offense.
Field condition and weather a big factor. To check on that now, let's go down to Frank Lieber.
Lindsey, I guess cold is just a state of mind here in Texas, but I'll tell you, it is cold. This will go down as the iciest Cotton Bowl in history. As you mentioned, the worst ice storm in 30 years has hit this city. Some 50,000 homes were out of electricity. It was that bad yesterday. It has left its mark in the field. Right now, the game time temperature is 22 degrees, and there's an 18-mile-per-hour wind out of the north. Now, that adds up to a chill factor of 6 degrees below zero. And that's what these two teams are going to be playing in this afternoon. And it's going to be a problem, obviously, as to whether or not they're going to display their talents to their full capabilities. The teams are coming on the field, as you can see behind us. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame with their head coach, Dan Devine. They'll be in white this afternoon. And the Houston Cougars, the Southwest Conference champions, will be in red, and everybody will be chilly. There is no question about that. There's virtually everything at their disposal, and it is not easy at all this afternoon because that wind is brisk. It is out of the north as we await the arrival now of the Houston Cougars. The Fighting Irish are on the field. We'll have the invocation and the toss of the coin momentarily, and here come the Cougars and their head coach, Bill Yeoman.
Coach Dan Devine, and
See, he wants to recheck that coin toss.
he does. I think Paul is right. I think there was a little confusion there.
Absolutely. They wanted the wind in the first quarter. Then Notre Dame, in the second half, would have had that opportunity. Most normally, Houston would have elected to receive in the second half. Then they would have had their choice of the wind in the second half also.
He said, I want to kick from that. So his first choice was to defend that goal. Is that the way you want it?
Yes, sir.
All right, then. His first choice is to defend that goal.
Then they're going to kick all this way.
And kick. I said, you can't have both choices. And then he got confused, and he said, well, I want to kick and everything. So they're going to defend that goal.
I don't blame Bill Yeoman right here.
No, they're going to defend. You have a choice to kick or receive. Okay.
He says wheel kick. Notre Dame was teeing the ball up, and they had Steve Cicci out there to kick, and that is he right there. But Bill Yeoman said no. And Hatfield puts it up. Stone. Now Harrison. Harrison at the 10-yard line to the 15, to the 20, 25. Harrison to the 30, 35, 40. Randy Harrison to the 50, 45, 40, 35, and Randy Harrison goes out of bounds at the 34-yard line of Houston.
A 56-yard return by Randy Harrison.
Evans is the tailback. Buchanan is the fullback, and he moved it to the 31-yard line as Steve Bradham, the linebacker, came in.
Yards rushing, all-time leader for Notre Dame.
Give it again to Jerome Evans. And he powers his way through almost to the 25-yard line.
And Bradley.
Give it to his fullback. And Pallas. Pete Pallas carried the ball, and Bradham.
Notre Dame will go for it.
Pallas is out of the ball game now. Buchanan's in there at fullback. Fourth down, about a yard and a half to go. Evans, he's stacked up.
I don't think he made it.
He didn't make it. And the ball will go over to the Houston Cougars, who have held and nullified a brilliant
On this slippery field.
with the King. And Emmett King powers up to the 30-yard line.
The Irish.
Second down play coming for the Houston Cougars, champions of the Southwest Conference. Love, and he moved it up to the 35-yard line.
Very quick They can break it at any time. King gained over 1,000 yards.
First and
down.
10. To carry. They're sending Eric Herron to a far right. He had 23 catches. Out of running room for King. Got a first and 10. It's up at the 48-yard line. Bobby Lee. First down, 10 yards to go. That's Love. Another big hole, and he goes through to the 42-yard line of Notre Dame before Bob Golick brought him down. Fine. Danny Davis, the quarterback. Gets it again to Love. He got through to the 38-yard line before.
For Danny Davis.
Willis Adams in a wide left.
Fumble.
It was, got away. Emmett King had the ball fumbled, and Jay Case has recovered it for Notre Dame.
For Houston. Houston doesn't get beat by too many teams. They beat themselves, Lindsey. They had 44 fumbles on the year and lost 27 of them. And right here.
Houlihan in motion across. Give it to Palace, the fullback. Pete Palace, the ball. Montana. And it's incomplete. Joe Mann's in a wide left. Chris Haynes is in a wide right, and the running backs are split. Montana dropping back. Goes a screen right to Evans. Evans tries to back to the inside to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. Jerome Evans, 45. Gets across the 40-yard line of Houston.
Didn't play against Georgia Tech and saw limited action against SC. He looks like he's ready.
Looks like he's ready. Vegas Ferguson has not been in the ball game so far. Palace and Evans. That's Evans from the tailback. Dives across the 35-yard line. Detmer is in motion across. Montana has the ball. Palace incomplete. Through this full. Houlihan's going out to a wide left. Chris Haynes to a wide right. Buchanan's in the left set. Evans in the right set for Montana. Joe Montana up the middle. And Mastak has it at the 15 to the 10. The freshman Dean Mastak goes to the 5-yard.
5 pounds. And Montana's right on target. He split the backs, pro-type offense, goes back in the pocket. He's got his eye on the big tight end all the way. 28-yard pickup, first and goal at the 6.
Houlihan in motion across. Jerome Evans to the left side, but stacked up after a gain of a yard at the 5.
5 defensive linemen and 2 inside linebackers. And they have to be quick, and they are.
Palace on the left. Motion across. That's Detmer. Palace. Fullback carry.
Has the wind. There's a lot of wind blowing left to right of your screen. Notre Dame must put some points on the board when they have the wind in the first quarter.
Montana's rolling and looking and keeping, and Montana tries to shoulder and touchdown, Notre Dame. Montana lowered the shoulder and got in for the touchdown. Eunice is doing the converting. Knaffel is holding for him. Knaffel puts it down and drops it. Knaffel tries to scramble for it. Mayo tries to get to it. Ball is still loose. The conversion is no good, and the play is ended. Yard so far. Seachy puts it up. Elston at the 6-yard line. He's at the 10 at the 15. Terry Elston across the 20 and fumbles the ball at the 24-yard line. And Notre Dame has recovered. Notre Dame had
Get over to the right side. He's got his 2 hands on the football here. He gets hit, coughs up the football.
Seachy made the hit, by the way, on that return. Vegas Ferguson is in there, but he was faked to Ferguson this year. 1,192, average 5.6. He's the tailback, 32 in the ball game just now. Now Montana rolls and throws the screen left. Taken on the left side by Vegas Ferguson. Got it.
1,192 yards rushing on the year, Notre Dame record.
This is Vegas Ferguson. He's got the first down with yards to spare. He's inside the 10 at the 8. First down and goal to go. Gerald Cook. Detmer in motion across. Montana. Mastak could not hold on. The freshman back to the right side is Detmer. Detmer in motion across. Quick pitch to Evans from the tailback. Evans drives to the 2-yard line. Buchanan is coming to the ball game. He's a freshman from Plymouth, Indiana, and Palace has gone out. Buchanan, touchdown, Notre Dame. Pete Buchanan, the freshman.
6 points on the board so quick, it's unbelievable.
Notre Dame's going to try a 2-point conversion. And there is a delay penalty. That will cost
2-point conversion and pass for
Montana rolls and looks. Goes incomplete into the end. Was not too effective. And Chuck Mayle took over, was very effective. Injured in the Georgia Tech game. It's Wright. He's not going to run him. He was out most of last year with an injury. Came back this year to quarterback them again to the Southwest Conference Championship. Danny Davis has got the ball. Still got it. Those quick feet that Paul Hornung spoke. Love and King are the setbacks. Davis pops it, and out near Herring, incomplete. Second down and 10 yards to go. He still got it. Danny Davis picks his way up there to the 4. Danny Davis with the pitch to David King. King got up to about the 44-yard line. As
Notre Dame to the top left of your screen when Houston is running right. If he comes up, Danny Davis throws the football. If he stays back, he pitches it to his back, and they're off and running.
First down. That's Love carried. And he got only a yard.
Option the quarterback has.
Second down, 9 yards to go at the 45. Option, and Davis still has it. And he takes a loss of a yard back to the 40.
Up and down the line of scrimmage, pitching to his backs. And when you start throwing that football around, those backs have to cut. They're losing their balance.
Davis still has it now, the pitch. And it goes out of bounds. It's back to do the punting. He has averaged 39 yards per punt. Gets it off. Waymer is deep. Scramble is on down there about the 12, 13-yard line.
Notre Dame got mixed up.
They did, and hit a Notre Dame man, and Houston recovered.
It hit a red jersey
Here. Well, the rolling punt hit a Notre Dame man. Chuck Brown recovered the fumble for Houston, and Houston has it first down and 10 yards to go at the 12-yard line. Danny Davis, the quarterback. That's Love carrying, and he gets in. Now the pitch back to King, and Emmett King downs the ball at the 15-yard line.
Fear-type offense. When you have counter action, when you have...
That's Shasta 4, the Cougar yards. Eric Herring goes far to the right side. Danny Davis, full pivot, sets it up, throws it into the end zone. Touchdown for Houston, taken there by Willis Adams.
Davis, this wasn't a picture pass, but it was end over end, and Willis Adams was wide open in the end zone. The senior, his 5th touchdown of the year.
Wyatt puts it down, Hatfield boots it up, and it's good. So as they come back up the field, it is now. Hatfield is a regular cornerback and handles the kicking duties. He's got it there lying flat on the tee. Sails the line drive down, and it's fielded at the 36-yard line. Return only to the 31-yard line. 15 seconds remaining in the quarter now as Joe Montana brings the Irish up. Montana has it penalty mark at the line of scrimmage. Long pass to Chris Haynes. Incomplete. Chumchaw was covering. Sides to go now for Notre Dame. Ball is at the Notre Dame 36-yard line. 7 seconds remaining to be played in the quarter. The clock will start on the snap. It was Ferguson carrying, and
he plays basketball also. He's a backup center for Houston.
Leonard Mitchell, and there's the pitch going to Jerome Evans. Then he picks up at most a yard as he gets to the third. And Devine's been shuttling him in and out. Evans has carried 7 times for 20 yards unofficially. Chris Haynes to a wide right. Houlihan to a wide left. Running backs in an I, 3rd and 4 for Notre Dame.
Notre Dame moved.
Penalty markers are down as Taylor. Illegal motion against Notre Dame.
They'll decline. Notre Dame will have to punt.
They do decline it. 4th down comes up. 6. Donnie Love is back there with Linnell Fee to receive the punt.
Same thing happened
before. It's at the 40-yard. Leading by a score of 12-7. Danny Davis brings the Cougars up. He still has it. Pitches to King. Emmett King across the 40. Penalty marker.
Face mask.
No.
Danny Davis.
Holding against Notre Dame.
Times undefeated as a quarterback.
This is Love, and he fumbles the ball, and Notre Dame recovers at the 32-yard line. It's a day for turnover.
Get a little bit better footing, but this ice on top of this carpet is very slippery, and it's very cold. And you're right, boy, when your hands get cold, you have a tendency to cough up that football. Look at here.
No trouble with the snap. Penalty markers everywhere as Montana gathered it in.
Look at this snap from center, Lindsey. The exchange just goes right through Montana's hands. He goes up, makes a nice one-handed stab to get the football back.
Here is the call, which will make it 1st and 15 and move the ball back to the 27.
And where is Vegas Ferguson?
Played very sparingly. And motion across. Jerome Evans from the tailback. Crossman over there to listen. So that's a dead ball foul. So it is 2nd down now.
It's a loss of down penalty.
And 20 to go on 22. Montana. Well, he got it. No, he did not. Incomplete. Incomplete. He did not.
In that pass defense, here comes the pass. Montana under pressure, just a little bit behind Dennis Grindinger. Or was that Dean Mastic? Dean Mastic, number 86.
Down and 20 for Notre Dame at their own 22. Houlihan in a wide left. Chris Haynes in a wide right. Penalty marker. It is incomplete. And there's a mark.
Time of holding on to Montana's passes. He's been on target 3 or 4 times.
Houston offside.
This time, Chris Haynes, who led Notre Dame in pass receiving this year with 32 catches, has not caught a pass so far today.
3rd down and 15 at the 27.
He's getting double coverage over there too, Lindsey.
Pallas on the draw, and Pete Pallas gets out to the 33-yard line on the draw play.
Houston may try to apply pressure on the punt here, rushing 10 men. At least it looks like it right now, Lindsey. Here they come.
Gets it off. Again, not deep, and it hits at the 45 and bounds out of bounds. No run back, and it'll be marked at the 42-yard line in 48 when a student football manager was a man named Frank Gorman. He became an astronaut. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Love carries, and he struggles out across the 45 carries. Love again. 8-yard line. Picked up a couple of yards on the play. But to leave...
I think that's Bob Golick. He's injured.
It is. Golick was injured in the Southern Cal game when he had a sprained knee. Here he is at the 8-yard line. Pete Johnson has replaced Golick for Notre Dame. Golick went off under his own power. Danny Davis waiting for the snap for the Houston Cougars. Bobbles it for a moment, picks it up, keeps it himself. Almost gets in front of him in tandem.
Well, White will be kicking with the wind. He averaged 39 yards on the season.
Kramer at the 12-yard line. Good time intermission. We'll have the usual pageantry, and I also have an interesting guest on at halftime today in the Cotton Bowl. Tell you more about that later. Ferguson, and he is stacked up.
I was behind the Notre Dame bench a moment ago, talked to Joe Montana. He, of course, plays his football in South Bend, grew up in Monongahela, Pennsylvania, says he has never been this cold during a football game in his life. Says the field isn't bad, but he said it's a problem keeping the hands warm. And, of course, the wind is a very big factor, and he can't wait to get it back.
It's not too warm for announcers either, Frank. It's second down and 8 yards to go at the 15. Nine minutes, 55 seconds left to play in the first half. Montana has it. Maztek with a sliding catch. And he's right at the stick, so they let's check.
Very important mark of the football. Looked like he marked it back a little bit.
First
Still
down.
the first down.
Maztek has caught 2 for 33. It's first and 10 at the 23-yard line. That's Vegas Ferguson carrying. But he is firmly in the half. Houlihan comes out to a wide left. Montana. Throwing line to Chris Haynes, incomplete. Fumble. Houston got the ball. The Cougars have it near the 20-yard line of Notre Dame.
Have had a problem on the exchange from the center to the quarterback, and it is definitely because of the weather. Watch David Hodge react to the football. The big linebacker, the junior from Clute.
10 just outside the 21-yard line. 8.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Danny Davis, the quarterback. And this one off to Love.
Much more difficult with the Veer. They've got more skilled athletes, and they are quicker.
Danny Davis with the pitch. King has it inside the 10-5, down to the 3-yard line, and maybe the 2. Down and goal to go at the 3-yard line. 7 minutes, 41 seconds left in the half. Davis rolling and looking and throwing, and it's incomplete. It was Dallas. One time worked in the Cotton Bowl as a peanut salesman when he was a youngster going to elementary school within the shadow of the Cotton Bowl. Davis has got the ball, but Davis.
Counter option. The first option has really hurt him.
Penalty markers down to the line of scrimmage. Davis gets into the end zone.
Going to go against
Illegal
Houston.
motion against Houston nullifies what otherwise would have been a touchdown. King in love with the setbacks for that man, Danny Davis. King down to the 2.
I think
Love, touchdown! Love took it in for the touchdown. The punter, Jay Wyatt, holds. Hatfield boots, and it's good. And so now the score is the Houston receive it for Notre Dame.
Rams didn't look too shabby yesterday on CBS, did they?
They didn't. Harrison's waiting. He's got it 2 yards deep in the end zone. Goal line 5 and out to the 10. Harrison to the 15, stacked up at the 16-yard line and struggled for 14 points to put them out front. Vegas Ferguson.
And Houston will be back in business with good field position, and this really hurts.
Holding. First down and about 20 yards to go. Again, it's Ferguson.
200-yard mark twice during the season.
Second down and 13 yards to go at the 15. Montana back to throw. There's a screen right to Evans, and he slips out of bounds. 5 minutes remaining to be played in the first half. Haynes in the wide right, Houlihan left. Montana rolling. Goes to Houlihan, and it is intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Hatfield. Hatfield is returning, and he's across the 40, 35, the 30. Kenny Hatfield goes out. That is Love carrying. Randy Love.
The offensive line for Houston is really coming off the football. And these
Second down, about 2.5 yards to go. Houston at the Notre Dame 17-yard line, and Houston is leading by a score of 14-12. This is King. First and 10.
Actually from tackle to tackle.
They've got Adams in a wide left, Jurgitis in the slot. Love got the football.
Possibly could get a first down, but they got to move the foot.
Davis has the ball. Davis drove inside the 5-yard line to the 4. Davis still alive. Throws it up into the end zone and throws it away. It's incomplete. 1-yard attempt with Wyatt holding for Hatfield from the hash mark right. The 21-yarder is good. Hatfield kicks it off. It's over to Harrison's side of the field, and he's got it at the 9. To the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Harrison to the 21-yard line. Houlihan in motion across. Give it to the fullback. Evans has moved it out across the 30, 35. Evans has carried 11 times for 39 yards for Notre Dame today. First and 10, short at the 37-yard line. Montana. Pendinger cannot hold on. It's in. Houston's leading by a score of 17-12. Montana. And it's complete up the middle. And Evans takes it. Montana 6 for 14, 71 yards. It's popped us to play in the first half. Likes that much.
Quarterback sneak would get it easy.
Montana likes to run that. He runs the sneak. Penalty marker. He got the first. Cost him 5 yards. Makes it first down for Notre Dame left side. Montana. Intercepted at the 45-yard line. And
probably holding against Notre Dame.
That would seem to be the indication that it is. Holding against Notre Dame declined because Houston wants the ball and the Cougars get it. Defense by saying that their defense closed off the running attack of the opposition, and if they gained, they had to gain in the air. They try the draw here to Love. Randy Love across the 50. And he is. You'll see Notre Dame band and the Houston band and the Kilgore Rangerettes, among other things. There's an incompletion. Started playing football in this stadium. It's 8-0. King, and he gets inside the 40-yard line. Davis comes over for a talk with Bill Yeoman. Third down and 2 yards to go with the ball on the 37-yard line. Davis has got it. Got the first down.
That'll stop the clock. That'll stop the clock till they get the chains inside.
First down, 10 yards to go. They're up there and ready to go at the 33-yard line. Clock is running with 20 seconds left in the half. Well, he throws that one away to stop the clock. Willis Adams is out into a wide left. Eric Herring's in a wide right. Herring at the 21-yard line.
Definitely has them for Kenny Hatfield field goal attempt.
34-yard attempt. Wyatt puts it down. Hatfield's kick is up, and the 34-yarder is good. It's squarely flat down on the tee again to kick a line drive, and it's taken at the 29-yard line. And it is returned across the 40-yard line.
Pete Buchanan.
Activities in just a moment.
The football, 12 first downs to Notre Dame 6, 155 yards rushing, Lindsey, and there is the key to the ball game right there. Houston's veer has been able.
Waymer retreats. He will not run it out. Touchback first. Tim Cagle just came into that huddle. Tim Cagle is the quarterback. It's not Montana. It is the sophomore from Cincinnati, Ohio, Tim Cagle, who is starting at quarterback for Notre Dame here in the second half. That's a surprise. Gave it to the starting quarterback in the second half. Cagle with the pitch now to Vegas Ferguson, and Ferguson pulled down. Chris Haynes in a wide right for quarterback Tim Cagle.
It's a tough position, number one.
Let's see. Overthrows Haynes, incomplete. Come from behind effort at Southern Cal. Bushka is in there to flanker. I beg your pardon, that's his punter. Bushka is in there to do the punting. You'll recall that Restic was injured. So Bushka has it partially blocked. Up to the 33-yard line, there will be no run back, and it's rolling now across the 40 and out of bounds.
That's the wind.
Danny Davis brings him up with Randy Love and Emmett King at the running backs for Houston. This is Emmett King, and he gets it inside the 40. The Cotton Bowl. The sun is trying to break through the overcast overhead. Davis keeps the ball. Gets it to the third door, wide right. Juritis is the tight end to the left side. Love. Wyatt off the side of his foot, aiming it down the sideline, and he gets a good roll, and it goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line.
We're behind the Notre Dame bench. Joe Montana did not come out for the second half. The team physician just told me he has the chills. His body temperature is below normal. They're giving him warm fluids, and he may be back before the end of the game. He said it's kind of like the start of the flu. So that's the story on Joe Montana, Lindsay.
Motion across. That's Houlihan. Vegas Ferguson. But David hides the great man at the 8-yard line. Ferguson's carried 9 times for 17 yards. And again, the running back split on 3rd down. Evans carried. Got about a foot or so. Lonnell Fee has dropped back to field it for Houston. Kicking into the wind, Fee takes it at the Notre Dame 40 and gets to the Notre Dame 38-yard. Adams is far to the left side. Davis with a pitch. King is coming back, drops the ball. King simply takes it on a dribble and is down at the 48-yard line for a loss of 10. As to watch this game in conditions that have been less than ideal. That's Love carrying, and he gets to the 45-yard line. It hasn't gotten any warmer during the course of the afternoon. Completed pass to the 25-yard line, taken there by Willis Adams, and it's a 1st and 10 at the 25.
Average per catch is over 18 yards.
Davis has it, and he pumps it complete to Eric Herring. Herring's first catch of the day. Cougars leading and driving. They send Adams to the left side, Herring to the right side, Love's in the right set, King's in the left set for Danny Davis. That's King. Emmett King. Emmett King popped it. Now Davis keeps. Davis is at the 5, and he is out of bounds. Davis, touchdown. Danny Davis. Conversion attempt is good. And as they come back up the field, spiraled over to Waymer's side of the field. He's got it at the goal line 5. Waymer to the 10, turns it on to the 15, changes pace to the 20, and is stopped at the 20.
Has helped Houston. They went 12 yards for a touchdown,
21 and 13 at the 19-yard line. Tim Cagle. Incomplete. That's Joe Montana now. Joe Montana warming up along the sidelines. Cagle. Going long, the mass tack, and it is incomplete. 10 men on the line of scrimmage for the Houston Cougars.
Oh,
and they block it.
Again.
They block it. Houston has the ball. Field position here once again in the 3rd quarter. Davis has the ball. Keeps it. 15, 10. Continues to drive. That's Love. Hits in. 2nd on goal to go. Houston at the Notre Dame 5-yard line. Davis has got it, and it's a touchdown.
Davis took the handoff. Davis is going to take it outside, and he goes in unmolested. That's his second touchdown of the day. He's also thrown for one.
Hatfield's conversion is good. Very fourth, kicking off. There's Hatfield. Waymer goes deep, goes out of the end zone. It's Montana comes in now at quarterback. Joe Montana making his first appearance of the second half. He quarterbacked throughout the entire first half, but during the intermission came up with chills and a slight fever, but he's back in there. Montana has the ball, guns it, and it is incomplete. Chris Haynes this time takes it and goes out of bounds at 3 yards to go. Montana drops back over the middle and incomplete. Tad Bushkas there. Across the 50, gets a Notre Dame roll inside the 40. There will be no run back, and it is at the 37-yard line. Championship on CBS. First and 10 now for Houston. At their 37, Danny Davis keeps the football. It gets away, but the whistle had blown. Davis still has it. He's down at the 41-yard line. Herring out in the wide right. This is King. Emmett King. To the Harrison is 10 yards upfield in tandem. High snap is pulled down. Waymer at the 13-yard line. Waymer to the 15. To the 20. Up the sideline. And a wide left. Chris Haynes in a wide right. As Evans with one in room and across the 40 to the 45 and across the 50 and on into Houston territory. Montana rolls and keeps. Saw some daylight and wanted to go, but could not quite. Short drop. Montana now going to Chris Haynes, and it is intercepted at the 12-yard line. It isn't like this. Love. Willis Adams out to a wide left. Danny Davis keeps it and slips on the cut. Over and back, no contact. Danny Davis. Fair catch signal goes up, and the fair catch is made by Harris. Notre Dame first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Montana turns and throws back, and it's incomplete. This comes in at fullback. Vegas Ferguson's the tailback. Montana. Incomplete. Running backs are split for Montana. Intercepted at the 25-yard line. And Devine of the Fighting Irish. Love carrying, and he got it out in the bowl game since the first quarter when Notre Dame took an early lead. King. Into the wind, and it's held up, but it gets a Houston roll across the 35, and it goes out of bounds. The premier of the action-packed New Look CBS Sports Spectacular. Don't miss it. Stacked up at the 30. Montana pumps and rolls. And throws incomplete. Notre Dame history in his career. Montana back. And that was incomplete. He gunned that.
Rather than trying to fire to the open man, because it's just that much more difficult to catch the football.
Well, Bushka bobbled it a moment, but McCann regained control. Fair catch signal at the 21, taken there by Fee. On their own 21-yard line, Danny Davis still in there at quarterback. Rolls to the weak side and guns it incomplete. King, their national reputation on their schedule to get some attention to their football program. Well, they're getting a lot of it today. It's incomplete. Herring is holding it up. Well, he's not going to argue the point. The punting unit is in with Jay Wyatt. Deep punt formation, and he bobbles it, picks it up, kicks it up into the air, partially blocked. Gets to the 22-yard line and is taken there. And so it will be Notre Dame's ball. There's a penalty marker. Motion across. Vegas Ferguson. Just inside the... Montana rolling. Rendinger incomplete. Montana short drop and rolls now. Stops and throws back. Incomplete. But it's on the 10-yard line. Contact.
Montana hasn't completed a pass in the last.
Pete Houlihan on the wide right for Joe Montana. Montana. Look for Haynes. He's covered and he gets rid of it. Personal foul against Notre Dame. BS, The Incredible Journey, and Dr. Meg Laurel. That was Delrick Brown.
Cast, Miss Jane Wyman, Andrew Duggan, and Gary Lockwood also star.
As a late pitch. Taken. Brown runs the option. And there's a pitch to Love. Love is taken down at the 33-yard line. Well, that one is blocked. Notre Dame gets the football. That ball can be advanced, and it's being advanced right into the end zone, and it is taken in there for a touchdown in this ball game. They're going to go for 2. Right now it's 34-18 with the conversion attempt coming, and rolling is Montana, and he throws, and it's gathered in for 2 points. Fee to receive it for Houston. Fee at the 11-yard line to the 15, Fee to the 20, and he is stopped at the 24-yard line where Houston
put some points on the board. This might have turned into an interesting last 5 or 6 minutes. They had it first 10 on the 11-yard line.
Brown still has it at the 30-yard line.
You guess that he's a weightlifter.
That's Love, Gary, and he gets it to the 33-yard line. Mike Calhoun. Delrick Brown brings the Cougars up. Punting units coming on, and Jay Wyatt will do the kicking. Well, that's some kind of snap. He got it off. Hits at the 45. Rolls inside the 40. Left to play here. Montana. On the money this time, completes it. Inside.
6'4", 230.
It's Jerome Evans moving over into a left set. Montana going to Evans. He's got it. Evans is Austin's leading 34-20 in this game. Montana throws on the run, incomplete. Trying to get it to Houlihan. There's a penalty marker thrown.
Trying to get it to Houlihan on the square out pattern, Lindsay. It was Gerald Cook, number 10. Right here, Cook comes over the body.
Interference call makes it first down and goal to go.
And on about the 11-yard line, they didn't get a point.
They spotted on the 3-yard line. Hale back, and he's
As possible.
goal to go. Evans stopped outside the 1. That's Joe Montana bringing the Irish up 3rd down and goal to go inside the 2-yard line of Houston. Montana's rolling. He's going to try to take it in, and he's got it. Touchdown, Montana. Notre Dame is on the board. There's 8 points differential right now. Montana's the quarterback. Rolls, and he's going to try to get to the flag. Now throws, and it's good for 2 points. He hit Haynes. He found. Here comes Steve Cicci. And it is a touchback.
Group is back in.
And as a pitch to Love at the 20, 25. Penalty markers thrown. Randy Harrison made. And it is holding against Houston. Andy Davis brings them up. Goes to the right side. Davis gonna run it. Slips down. Davis going to a high count. Gives it to King. King struggles. 3rd down and 7 yards to go. Andy Davis. Incomplete. Incomplete. Tried to get it to Willis Adams.
A high punt if he gets it
Rolls
off.
it back. The center rolled it back. Ball hits up at the 40 to the 45. Takes a Houston bounce to the 50. Waymer dives on it at the 49.
Sophomore, this happened 4 times. He brought Notre Dame's back.
Turn out, and it's complete to Haynes. Chris Haynes. 2nd down and 4 yards to go. Montana. Penalty marker is dropped at the line of scrimmage. Montana knocked off his feet at the 50-yard line. Got a preliminary signal here. Illegal motion against Notre Dame. Decline. Montana brings them up. Montana. And it is complete. 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line. Montana. Montana's going to run it. He's at the 30-yard line. Drops the ball. The scramble is on. And Houston got the...
Now watch, he's got the football in one hand and he gets hit there. He didn't get hit too hard, but...
The 7th turnover for Notre Dame. 4 interceptions and 3 fumbles. 1st and 10 for Houston. Well, they try Love, and he is stopped at the 18-yard line. King, Director Roger Baldessari, head coach Dan Devine and his staff. Rolling is Davis. Gets it out there to the 24-yard line. Back in deep punt formation. Goes Jay Wyatt. Waymer is deep for Notre Dame, standing at the 50-yard line. 46 seconds left to play in the game. Houston's leading 34-28. The snap. Got it off under a heavy rush.
Notre Dame was offsides.
It is rolling along the 45-yard line of Houston. Offsides against Notre Dame. Houston is leading 34-28. 35 seconds left to play in the Cotton Bowl game.
I don't think he got it.
I don't think he did either. King, Notre Dame takes the ball on downs. It's at the 29-yard line of Houston. So the Irish come up there. They have no timeouts remaining. They are up there ready to go as soon as the ball is marked ready for play, and then the clock will start. 28 seconds left to play in the game. Houston leading 34-28. That's a margin of 6 points. Montana. Well, he'll have to get it to the sidelines, and
in college football, the clock does stop.
Right. 15 seconds. Notre Dame is ready to go 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Montana pops this one, and it's Chris Haynes shouldering inside. Montana. Incomplete.
3 seconds.
Haynes. 3 seconds. 2 seconds on the clock. 2 seconds left on the clock. 2nd and goal at the 8. Now Montana is looking over to the sideline to get his next play. Merv Johnson. Dan Devine over there.
Well, you couldn't want a better finish.
Could not possibly. 2 seconds left to play. Clock will start on the snap. Houston 34, Notre Dame 28. Montana going. And it's a touchdown. A touchdown taken at the corner.
Unbelievable, unbelievable finish. Houston on top 34-12, and now it's all tied up 34 apiece. Catch the camera angle here. The back goes out of the backfield. Montana on the sidelines, and from our vantage point, we can't tell where the feet. In college football, you only have to have. And here comes the all-important extra point.
It's tied 34-34. Joe Eunice in to attempt. It's up, and it's good. Joe Eunice from Dallas, Texas, kicked the extra point, and the game is over. Notre Dame has won it 35-34.
What a finish, Lindsey. I've never seen anything like it. Notre Dame completely dead, came back in the fourth quarter to win it by 1.
Notre Dame has won it 35-34 as Joe Eunice kicked. Perhaps there was a penalty on the conversion.
Maybe not enough people on the field. Looks as if Notre Dame's going to line up.
Knaffel holding for him.
What pressure.
Knaffel will hold, and Joe Eunice will have to try to do it again. It's down, Eunice kicks it, and it is good. Now Notre Dame has won the football game, 35-34, having to do it a second time, having sustained a 5-yard penalty. Anything you want to say?
I don't know what to say, Lindsey. Houston's got to be just unbelievably heartbroken over this loss. They were coasting along, only to see Notre Dame come back, and Montana has done it again.
He has, in fact. Joe Montana has brought them from behind. So now, this is Lindsey Nelson for ball.